श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So yesterday we saw this Damanaka went to him and spoke to him with disrespect, and then came back to king and said, okay, it's all set. So whatever you feel like, you just tell me. He asked for your forgiveness, so and your right for living, his right for living, meaning his uh, fearless state. So there should be nothing damaging by you. So he said, okay. Pinkalaka said, okay. I tell him, I gave him the abhaya dakshina. I gave him the gift of freedom, meaning gift of right to live. Now, you should also take the same for me from him. You should have to get me that state of fearlessness from him. He should not attack me. Get that also from him. Okay? And after you take that promise, bring him immediately to me. Atha sādhu cedamucyate. Pingalaka said, this is rightly said by people. What is said? Antaḥsārairakuṭilairacchidraiḥ parīkṣitaiḥ mantribhirdhāryate rājyaṃ sustambhairiva mandiram antaḥsārairakuṭilairacchidraiḥ parīkṣitaiḥ mantribhirdhāryate rājyaṃ sustambhairiva mandiram. Antaḥsārairahi, sara means essence. Here, purity. Antaha, inner purity. One who does not have asara, impurities. One who is pure. Okay. Then akutilaihi, one who is not a cunning person, crooked person. Kutila means crooked. One who is not a crooked person. Akutilaihi. And acchidraihi, one who does not have any defects. Weakness. Achidra means weakness. Chidra means weakness. Like we do hear from time to time that some minister or some politician or some military people especially, they are trapped. Different types of traps. So they get trapped. Honey trap is the easiest way. Right? So he says, these kind of, any kind of weakness with him, through that you can trap him. So parīkṣitaiḥ mantribhihi, a tested minister, only by those ministers dhāryate rājyaṃ, rājyaṃ dhāryate, the kingdom is held on. The kingdom is held together. The weight is lifted by them. Sustambhairiva mandiram, like the weight of the temple is held by the pillars. If the pillars are crooked, or if they are weak, or if they don't have any strength in them, the sara, the essence, if they have impurities, then they are not going to hold the temple. Similarly, these ministers, if they have any of these defects, aforesaid defects, they are not going to hold the kingdom properly. So only by these people the kingdom is run. Tathā. Not just that, moreover, mantriṇāṃ bhinnasandhāne bhiṣajāṃ sānnipātike karmaṇi vyajyate prajñā svasthe ko vana paṇḍitaḥ. Mantriṇāṃ bhinnasandhāne bhiṣajāṃ sānnipātike karmaṇi vyajyate prajñā svasthe ko vana paṇḍitaḥ. Mantriṇāṃ bhinnasandhāne vyajyate prajñā. For the mantris, for the ministers, bhinnasandhāne, when there is a opposite situation, when there is a opposite situation, when there is a problem, trouble, the minister's brain starts working. A proper minister's brain starts working double time. He will make the problem reversed. He'll make it clean. So whatever is improper, he will make it proper. That is where his intelligence will manifest in these kind of situations. That is when he should be tested. And bhiṣajāṃ, for a doctor, medicine man, bhiṣaj means doctor. Okay, so sānnipātike karmaṇi, when he is forced to treat someone with some grave kind of disease, like if somebody is profusely shedding blood, hands or legs or head broken, if he starts shivering, then what kind of doctor will he be? So his smartness will be seen there, how well he is able to handle the situation. I heard about the story. There is a government medical hospital in Chennai, KMC, Kilpak Medical College. So there, in the entrance, in front of, after you enter the this hospital, there is a image. Somebody gave me a story behind that professor. He was a dean or professor or something there in that. So he used to operate on people. So once when he was operating somebody with headache and all that, he was operating. He broke open the skull and he was operating. When he saw there was a toad in the brain. Don't know how it went or whether the story is right or not. But a very smart story. That is why I am using this story. Otherwise, I use only my stories. So what happened? This fellow, what he did is, see, if he tries to pick it up, it will jump to another place or it will stick to that brain. Then whether you save that patient or not, he is as well dead, brain dead fellow. There is no point in it. So his smartness worked. He asked the nurse to bring a bowl of water and kept it close to that toad. The toad, after seeing the water, just jumped into the water. Patient saved, toad saved. Right? So that is the smartness. That is why he says, svasthe kovana paṇḍitaḥ. If everything is proper, everything is healthy, the kingdom or the patient, who is not a great pandit? Everyone is a learned expert. Pandit here is expert. Everyone is expert. They are expert in medicine. They are expert in law. They are expert in engineering. Everything. Whatever you ask, they will have a solution for it. When everything is proper. When there is a problem, they will run away from there. That is why he says, damanako'pi. Damanaka also, tam praṇamya, after saluting him, saṃjīvakasakāśa prasthitaḥ, went towards Saṃjīvaka. Wherever he was, he went towards him. saharṣamacintayat. While going, he started thinking with great happiness. What did he think? Aho, prasādasaṃmukho naha svāmī. Oh, great. Our king, na svāmī, asmakam svāmī, our king is prasādasaṃmukha, is pleasantly seeing me. That is the translation. But he is very happy towards me. Vacanavaśagaśca saṃvṛttaḥ, and he is in my control. Whatever I say, he is going to listen to it. So he is under my spell. Nāsti dhanyataro, there is none who is blessed like me. I am very blessed. Uktañca, it is said. Amritam shishire vannihi, amritam priyadarshanam, amritam rājyaṃ, amritam ksīrabhojanam, amritam shishire vannihi, amritam priyadarshanam, amritam rājyaṃ, amritam ksīrabhojanam. Amritam means nectar, elixir. A nectar gives you deathlessness, gives you a long, healthy life, gives you does not make you old. Okay, so all that, the youth, it lets you live as you are without any change, like you, a tomato kept in the fridge or a apple kept in the fridge, right? Okay, something like that. Okay, that is what is elixir, amrita. But here amrita means something which is equivalent to that nectar. Not nectar, something equivalent to nectar. Oh, this is like elixir. Something which you taste, which you love. When you taste it, we say, oh, this is nectar to me. Right? So that is the nectar kind of a usage here. Shishire vannihi amritam. Shishira means cold. Vanni means fire. Amritam. In a cold climate, fire is the nectar. Yes, we know when it is very cold, when we have a heater, or when we see in Rishikesh, when I used to stay in Rishikesh, sometimes it will be unbelievable, intolerable cold. Your hands will become like this, frozen kind of. So we used to burn some tree logs and sit around it. There is no escape from that. So in cold climate, fire is a nectar. Similarly, in hot climate, ice is a nectar. Okay, so that is not said, but we have to understand. Amritam priyadarshanam, and seeing the beloved is a nectar. It need not be. It need not be a lover or a loved one for a man or woman. No, it need not be. It can be anyone you love. It can be God. It can be Guru. It can be brother. It can be sister. It can be mother. It can be father. It can be anyone. So seeing them, that is a nectar, right? Amritam rājyaṃ and getting recognition from the government or the king is a nectar. Amritam kshira bhojanam, and drinking, eating. Kshira means it can be either milk or it can be porridge. Kheer, we call it kheer or payasam. Okay, so sweet porridge. Think this, when I remembered about this, I remembered a story that happened to me long ago. So this story I have to start from the reverse. I saw this person who was staying in Rishikesh for a long time, very long time actually. He belongs to South India, but he was employed in Rishikesh, so which is non-transferable job, so he could not take any transfer. But finally, by God's grace, he was working in a temple. So by God's grace, he got transferred during the end of his retirement. So I saw him. After that, I didn't see him. After that, once when I was traveling around, I saw him in some place called Trichy. Okay. So he was like happy, very happy to see me after years. I was happy also. Good boy, a good man he is. Said, how's your astrology and all that going? Because he used to be an astrologer. He not just a temple priest, he also used to do astrology. He said, no, I stopped it. There was a big, huge accident. My hand and all that broke. After that, I stopped. It is not good to reveal the secrets of the planet. So I stopped. Okay, good. What happened is, I was visiting this temple almost every day for my study of Vedas. One day, this person, we were discussing about some astrological things. Then this fellow said, okay, do you have your chart? Okay. I told him the time and all. He designed the chart and he said, okay. I'll say one thing very clearly. The person who has this chart will always have food with a payasam and a vada. Vada is a kind of falafel they have, no? That is a kind of vada. So, and porridge, sweet porridge. So, kheer and vada. I said, you don't have to see anything more. Just give it to me back. So, kshira bhojanam, having, meaning every day you will be able, if you are able to get that kind of sweet porridge, then that's a very healthy, costly thing that is. So, atha, thereafter, saṃjīvakasakāśa āsādhya, after coming to Saṃjīvaka, closer to Saṃjīvaka, sakāśam, closer to Saṃjīvaka, saprashrayam vacha, with humility, with humbleness, he said these words. See now the change. Earlier, this fellow, when he went to Saṃjīvaka, he said, hey, come here. He was ragging him. Now, with humility and humbleness, he said, "Oh, brother, both mitra, oh, friend, prārthito'sau maya bhavadarte swāmī abhedar pradhanam." I requested our king for your safe passage, for your safe living, for your fearless state. I requested the king for your sake. Tad vishrabdha ma gamyatam. Ma gamyatam. So, vishrabdham agamyatam. So, without vishrabdham agamyatam, it should not be broken. Vishrabdham agamyatam, without any fear, come. Let's go. Param. But tvaya raja prasadam asadya maya saha samayadharmena vartitavyam. Tvaya raja prasadam asadya. After coming there and gaining being in the good books of the king. Raja prasada means in the good books of the king. His grace. After gaining his grace, maya saha, with me, samayadharmena vartitavyam. You should have vartita means you should behave. Behave in a proper way. Samaya dharma means in a proper way. Samaya dharma. There is a word called samaya bandha. When you do a debate, when there is a debate between two parties, they fix this rules. That is called as samaya bandha. Okay. So this is what I am going to talk about, and this is what I am going to talk about. Both parties will decide, and I will use these schools for condemning you. I will not use these schools for condemning you. I will take this much of time to answer you, and all that they will fix. Like in a chess program. So after one person takes black and the other person takes white, that's what they decide, right? First they decide that. Then how long they will think before a move. All that things. So those rules. Similarly, you should have to. Samaya dharma means see in the political parties, in the political circles where there is coalition government. So they'll say coalition dharma. So for him, I should not take this. For him, I should not take that. Something like that. So you have to also respect me. Samaya dharma here is you have to keep yourself in check. Na garumasadya swaprabhutaya vacaniyam. He is making it clear. Na garumasadya. Gaining this ego. Garva means ego. Asadya, gaining. Because you have gained the grace of the king. Therefore, don't gain the ego and swaprabhutaya vacaniyam. With all that arrogance, you should not roam around. Okay, you should treat me properly. Okay, I will treat you properly. What about you? So he is speaking about himself. Ahamapi tava sanketena sarva rajyadharam amatya padavim ashritya uddharishyami. Ahamapi, me too. I will also follow that same thing. Tava sanketena, through your whatever pointers you are going to give. Sanketa means pointers. Whatever pointers you are going to give me, sarva rajyadharam, all the weight of the kingdom. Amatya padavim ashritya, holding on to this minister's job, uddharishyami, I will take care of. So I will take care of everything, holding on to the minister's job, staying in the minister's job, according to your pointers. Whatever you signs you are going to show, according to that, I will also manage the kingdom. Evam krute, if we do like that, what is the benefit for us? If we manage ourselves in a proper way, then if we are going to go hand in hand in everything, then dvayopi avayoho, for both of us, rajya lakshmi bhogya bhavishyati. The wealth of the kingdom will be our object of experience. It's all for us. We can enjoy the wealth of the kingdom. Yatah, because akhetakasya dharmena vibhavasyurvashe nrnam nriprajah prarayatyekah hantyannyo atra mriganiva. Akhetakasya dharmena vibhavaha syuhu vashe nrnam. Nriprajaha prarayati ekaha. Hantyannyo atra mriganiva. Akhetaka dharma. Mriga dharma. The Mrigayaya dharma means the hunter's dharma, the rule. Through that rule, hunter's rule, Nrināṃ vashe vibhavaha syuh. Under the men, under the people, all the greatness will be under their control. If we follow the hunter's rule, then everything will be under our control. What is the hunter's rule? There are two rules. Nripraja prayati eka. One, take them in confidence and guide them in proper way. That is one. Hanti anyo atra hanti mriganiva. The other is cunningly cheat them, deceive them, and destroy them. So these are two ways. Whichever the way we choose, they should be beneficial for us. You take people in confidence, it should be beneficial for yourself. If you cheat others, it should be beneficial for you. So this is the hunters. This is the forest rule. Okay, this is the forest game. Tathā. Moreover, yona pujayate garvat uttamadama madhyaman bhupa sammanamānyopi bhiṣajāṃ dantiro atha. The seed for the third story. A very important story. This is also and an important point he is referring to here. Yona pujayate garvat uttama adama madhyaman bhupa sammanamānyopi bhiṣajāṃ dantiro atha. Yo na pujayate garvat. Yo garvat na pujayate. Yo garvat na uttama adama madhyaman pujayate. One, because of his ego, arrogance, does not worship or take care or support the superior, the mediocre, and the inferior people, whoever they are, in whichever state they are. He should keep them in good books. Otherwise, bhupa sammanyopi, even if you may be the one who has the grace of the king, you may be in the good books of the king, still bhiṣajāṃ dantilota yatha dantilo bhiṣajāṃ yatha dantilah. He will be destroyed like a dantila got destroyed. He fell off grace. Bhiṣajāṃ means bhratta, means falling from grace. You will fall from grace like a dantila. So we should have to maintain our dignity. Otherwise, we will fall from the grace. What is dantila? This is what is the question. Because earlier, when Damanaka came to Saṃjīvaka and said, you know, Pingalaka, he was... Who Pingalaka? What Pingalaka? He asked, right? So now, he does not know what this dantila means. He says, Saṃjīvaka says, Katham yatad? What is the story, man? Who is this dantila? What is this dantila story? So, Bravit. Now, Damanaka said this story. This is the third story, right? Astyatra dhratale vardhamanam nama nagaram. In this earth, dhratale means earth. In this earth, Vardhamanam Nam Nagaram Asti. There is a city called Nagaram, city called Vardhamana. Vardhamana is a city. Okay, it exists even now. Asti, that is the idea. Asti means present tense, right? So I don't know where it is, but he is using a present tense. I am stressing the point here. Asti is present tense. I am stressing the point because there is an important Sanskrit rule here. Tatra dantilo nama nana bhandapatihi sakalapura nayakaha prativasati sma. That is the point I wanted to make. That sma is a suffix. It's not a suffix, it's a verb actually. It's a complete verb. If you are going to add that verb to any statement, it will transform that present tense to past tense. I am going. That's a present tense. Now you add a sma. I went. Just add, I am going, sma, I went. So it becomes a past tense. Okay. So in that village, in that city, Dantilo Nama, There is a person called Dantila. Dantila is the name of the person. Nana Bhandapati, what was he? Nana Bhandapati. He was having a ration shop, or he was having a big departmental store. Okay, Nana Bhandapati. Bhandari, they'll call it, a departmental store owner, or he may be a ration shop owner. He gets the stuff from the king, and he distributes it among the people. Maybe that is what he was. He may be either a businessman, or he may be a person trusted by the king. Why? Sakala Pura Nayakaha Prativasati Sma. Sakala Pura Nayaka, he was the head of the whole city. Sakala Pura, Pura means city. He was the head of the whole city. See, king cannot manage every country in the city, every state in the city, every state in the country, every city in the country, every village in the country. Cannot directly manage everything. So by management, he appoints trusted people there to take care of things. So they take care of the king's orders there, and they take care of their problems to the king. Both. They work both ways, right? So that is the kind of person this Dantila was. Dantila was a department store owner, as well as a person who was taking care of the country, who was ruling the city. He is the head of the city. Okay. Now, Tena Purakaryam Nrpakaryancha Kurvata Tushtim Nitaha Tatpuravasino Loka Nrpatischa. So by him, he was taking care of the job of the city as well as the job of the king. He was taking care of the people of the city and the king's job also. Whatever the king's order was, he was taking care of that also. Tushtim Nitaha Tatpuravasina Loka. And when you are going to be a middleman between the kingdom and the citizens, then someone or other always will be not happy about it, because you have to collect all the tax from the city and submit to the king, and whatever the money the king gives for spending in that city, you have to bring it that and you have to spend it. Now there is a possibility that you can take money from either way, so the king will not be happy if you are going to steal money from him, and if the people will not be happy if you are going to steal the king's money which he has given to spend on people. So there is always a friction. Oh, this fellow is doing all this kind of nonsense and all. But everyone was happy. Tushtim Nitaha. They were all happy. Who were happy? Puravasinaha. The people of the city, as well as Puravasina Lokaha, the citizens of the city, Nripatischa, as well as the king. They both were happy in his handling of things. Okay? Kim Bhavana. What should we say more? I'll say it simple. Na kopi tadrik kenapi chaturo drishtaha na api shruto vaiti. There is no one who is smart as he is. There is no one seen who is smart as he is, or heard about someone who is smart as he is. Actually, there is. I heard. No, there is no one who is smart as he is. We have not seen, or we have not heard of somebody who is smart as him. That is the kind of smart person he was. Atha sādhu cedamucyate. Otherwise, what they say is right. It's true that they say this regarding such person. What is that? We'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.